Okay, hi guys. So this is gonna be a little bit hard. I don't have anybody to help me set up, and my document camera is not set up to stream, which is the only way I'm able to do a video. So this is gonna be the most stupidest looking type of video because I can only do it with one hand. I do not have a camera stand or anything to be able to do this. So sorry, not sorry, but you got to deal with it. So today, what this first video is going to be what, here, let me do it like this. It's going to be about making the Asian hanging wall scrolls. So basically, if you don't remember, the Asian hanging wall scrolls are just another way to be able to present your work. And we already learned about what it is culturally, what they used, how they made it, etc. So you're going to need some supplies. I got a pack of the wooden dowels at Michael's. You can either get the big ones in a pack of 4 or the small ones in like a pack of like 6, I think. So you'll need those. 1 second, let me grab some glue. I am going to be using some form of super glue so that way my scrolls are adhesive. So I'm going to grab some Gorilla Glue, and then you're going to need some sort of form of canvas. So basically what I did is I went to the craft store and picked up a canvas pad. This was a 16 by 20, and I just cut it in half to make it long. And once you are done, your scrolls are going to look something hopefully similar to this, where you have your string and there. Oh, and also you'll need some sort of string. I just picked up some yarn. So like I said, I'm sorry that this might look a little botched, but you know what? We're just gonna go with it today. It's just one of those days. So we will start off learning how to make these. So the first step is to lay your surface out flat. If you're using paper, it doesn't really matter what size, especially if you already, if you haven't put your design on there yet, but most of you probably have. But just a quick tip, if you're using canvas, make sure that the whiteist side, like as you can see here, there are 2 different types of white. This one is a little bit more cream, this is the bright white. You want to make sure that your art is on the bright white because that is where the gesso is. So I'm laying mine like this for right now to show you just how long it is. But when you're gluing, you want to kind of make sure that it is kind of towards you to make it easy to roll. So what we're going to do first is we are going to apply glue all on the top row right here. And I will show you what that looks like in a second. So as you see, oops, sorry, my glue is along the top, not towards the edge, but just enough to get the glue on there. So what we're going to do next, now that we have our glue, we're going to grab our wooden dowels or sticks or whatever you found to use to add support, and you're going to try to measure it as best as you can. I try to eyeball it just to make sure I'm having it in the middle. Sorry, I'm trying to do this one-handed and this is not very easy, but then you're just gonna place your sticks on there. Try to kind of give it a little bit more space. So once you do that, you're gonna pick up the edge. Let me see if I can do this. It's a little bit harder, like I said, with one hand. Give me 1 second, guys, sorry. And you're going to try to get it to stick to the stick. And what you're going to do is you're going to roll it towards you. So give me 1 second and I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so that is really, really hard to do. So this probably might be easier to have it more towards you instead of away from you. But you're going to roll it as tight as you can. You want it to be super, super tight. So once you get at least one roll, you're going to add another layer of glue right next to it and roll over it like that. So I'm going to add another glue and show you. So I have added the glue as closely as I can to where I'm rolling, and all you do is simply roll it. You're going to add tons of pressure. I'm trying to make it evenly with both hands, but because I'm trying to do this one-handed, it's a little bit hard. And you're going to do this one more time. So that way, when you have your, what's this called? When you have your sticks dry, it will be nice and roll. So like I said, I added one more layer of glue, and all I'm going to do is roll. And what I'm going to do now is I am going to try, you can either clip it with some clips, or what you can do to hold it in place, or you can add a book, so that way you are able to make sure that it's trying to stay adhesive. If you're using a wet super glue like I am, it will need at least 24 hours to dry. And like I said, remember how I said to make sure that the dowels are even so it doesn't look like that? So what you can do is, if that actually happens, is you can get a parent to measure and cut it to make it even, or you can just let it be. Entirely up to you. So I'm going to go ahead and get this binded on the top, so that way it is able to stay secure. So I'm just using this chest for right now, but we're going to do the same process. So we're going to add glue to the end, and then do the same process that we started with the other side with our dowels. So I'm going to go ahead and do that quick. All right, so once you're done, you're going to tie your yarn or string. What I like to do is I like to measure it the length that I want, and I tie the edges to the dowels. What I also would suggest is adding a dollop of glue and letting it dry. It doesn't have to be pretty. It's just simple, just like that, to the pieces, like as you can see here. So that way your string is able to stick. And like I said, once it is done, you should be able to hang it. I'll kind of show you, like right there, should be hung up against a wall. There is a couple of great examples right there of what it should look like. And if you have any questions, let me know. Like I said, I am super sorry that it wasn't as good of a tutorial as I was trying to make it to be, but you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.